anybody out there yet. You're in for the duration. Joe, what's going on, buddy? Just getting settled in and getting ready here, but not a lot going on. As you see, I haven't posted a lot, so not a lot's been going on. How's the audio and the video? Everything good? Perfect. Awesome. We'll give folks another minute and we'll get the wrapping. All right, thanks, Bruce. I appreciate it. What's going on, buddy? Thanks for chiming in. All right, Todd. Thanks, buddy. Like I said, we'll give people another minute or two to pop in. And we'll do like we do every week. I'll rattle my gums for a few minutes, and hopefully you guys in the chat will keep me going for the rest of the hour. But I really don't have a lot. Haven't done anything. We're waiting to get the car put back on this very dyno. All right, let's go ahead and get started. So that's what's going on, folks. Is next week, literally next Wednesday, the 13th, we'll be back at EFI Specialties, back on that very same dyno. But this time we'll have the 1650 injectors in, and we'll have the velocity stack as well, so we can get her 100% dialed in and take advantage of all the boost that we're getting from the velocity stack and the whole 9 yards, and get the AFR correct. Because we're running just a tad lean every once in a while, and getting into low 12s, where we like to see it about the mid 11s. Timothy, what's going on? Jay, thanks for chiming in, buddy. I appreciate it. Man, I almost look as bad there as I do here. I need to start shaving before I start videoing. But you know what? I'm lazy. I'm lazy. I don't feel like shaving. I don't feel like shaving. But that's why you don't get these giddy up, all souped up kind of crazy videos. You get straight 100% Dawn. That's what you get on this channel. If you don't like 100% straight John or Dawn, then hey, all right, whatever. But I just do this because I do it. One, I'm out there I'm doing this stuff anyway, so I might as well video log it and have a log of everything I did, and then hopefully benefit some of y'all by not making the same mistakes I made, and save y'all some money. Yeah. Yeah, Timothy. Jay got that nice, pretty drive shaft he's got on there now. But That drive shaft does look good, Jay. I gotta admit, that drive shaft does look good. Hopefully, you don't freaking spin and break that one. You break that one, man. I don't know what to tell you. All right, Jay, you're posting more. You post one video, that's posting more. I got you. Yeah, this was a long dyno session. Way longer than it should have been. RT Life. All right, buddy. Throttle body spacer get nothing. It's a fallacy. But unless you get one of them things that one of the spacers that creates a vortex within your throttle body, then it's like adding boost. Yeah, you know what? You got to pay more than $100 for a throttle body spacer for it to work. All those ones for under $100, nah, they ain't gonna work. You got to pay more than $100. I am just kidding. I have no proof, no experience with throttle body spacers. So if y'all have some experience with throttle body spacers and got some dyno results, love to see them. But yeah. Throttle body spacer. Man, I'm gonna slap you upside the head when I make it to Florida next. But like I said, that's where we're at. We're just chilling until we get back to the dyno next week. So hopefully the next dyno session is 100% gonna go a lot smoother than this one. Famous last words, but it's definitely going to go better than this one did. Between, oh God, plugs, air intake temp sensor. It was a nightmare. There you go, Jay. There you go. Yeah. The only way throttle body spacers work is if you got nice nitrous jets drilled into them and a bottle sitting next to you open. Will a Hellcat CAI with a headlight nozzle mount on a 2014? I'm going to say I don't think so, because on the 2014s, I'm pretty sure they're lights all the way across. Because in 2015 is where it's a light and then it's an open space. There's no light next to it. If I'm not mistaken, the 2014s have lights all the way across. Mike, Strace car driver, you know it, buddy. You know it, buddy. Thanks for chiming in. I appreciate it. Oh man, RT Life throwing down the gauntlets. That's pretty good when you're like 2,000 miles away. you can lay out those gauntlets when you're 2,000 miles away. I don't think it's that far. I'd have to look it up to see how far it is. All right. Mike's talking to Jay. Bruce was looking to get Raxium. I mean, Bruce, if there's a way to open up that headlight, you may have to do some fabrication to make it all work. I mean, you can make anything work with fabrication, right? Let's be honest. If you can fabricate something, you can make it work. but I don't think it's going to be a direct fit into the 2014. Shark bait. It's going good, man. Going good. Cars running fine on the street. We'll be back at the track, not this weekend, but next weekend. Do you think a twin turbo is any better than a single turbo for a 5.7? You know what? I don't have any experience. Jay may chime in here. Jay, if you can chime in your thoughts on this question, because I really don't know. Just in my simplistic mind, two is always better than one. Right? Maybe not always, but for the most part, two is better than one. So I would think from using a twin turbo versus a single turbo is you're going to get more CFM out of the twin turbo setup at the same boost level, because you got two turbos providing CFM instead of just one. But that's just me trying to think logically through it. Jay, help me out, buddy. Help me out on the twin turbo question. All right. So there you go, Bruce. Jay answered your question. Thanks, Jay. Appreciate it. RT Life's just laughing at us. RT Life doesn't race, so it's all good. Oh, dropping the mic. So I think that's what he's saying, Bruce. You just gotta change the entire light bezel and use spacers. All right, Jay. Track Pack, what's going on, buddy? Thanks for chiming in. I appreciate it. So glad you went with the DSS axles instead of the G-Force ones. Because I know Ant had problem with his G-Force axles, and I've heard a few other folks have problems with those G-Force axles. So I'm glad you went with the DSS ones. I've heard nothing but good things from them. Kind of like I put in the comment of your video. All right, Jay's going back to Bruce. Bruce going back to Jay. RT Life. Yeah, two is always better than one. Two is always better than one. But that's a great point. You got to be built for it. And you got to be tuned for it. Always, right? Which is pretty much goes without saying. But sometimes you got to say it. All right, Bruce. All right, Jay's coming in on the twin turbo talk. It's easier to spool two than one big. Two company half skid. All right, Bruce. Yeah, if you listen close to those videos of Jay and I racing, you can you can hear them spooling up pretty quick. Yeah, change the spell checker. You know what, Bruce? Well, it's good you didn't ever know about the G-Force because you wouldn't then you wouldn't even got them in the first place. So that's awesome. But the DSS ones, heard nothing but great things of those. All right, Jay, shark bait's hollering at you. Yeah, Bruce, I was gonna say the same thing. I was gonna put something in the comments, man. If the axle doesn't go in by itself, get a bigger hammer. get a bigger persuasion tool. It'll go in there eventually. But no, man. Even when we swap my axles out, it's a wiggle game, and sometimes you do got to use a hammer to get those axles in there. Hey, if they break with a hammer, something's seriously wrong at that point. Oh God, here comes RT life, man. Get a pedal commander and a taser. Those two will make your car super fast. Because taser just sounds fast, right? Eric, what's going on, buddy? Thanks for chiming in. I appreciate it. Yeah. back to track pack putting in those axles. That was a good video though. I like that video. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun watching it, and I'm just giggling inside as I was watching it, because I've been through that a couple times. And it's a good thing you talked about the tone rings, because first time I did it, Don forgot about those tone rings, and it was a mess. It was terrible. It was bad. So yeah, when you swap axles, either buy new tone rings or swap your ones out of your old axles. Bruce, that's an excellent question to track back. No, Mike and I kind of found that out the hard way. So the first set of Hellcat axles I put in, we didn't put the tone rings in at all, and it created a mess. Literally, all the grease seeped out of the inside. It was a mess. It was terrible. So then the next set we put on, I actually bought new tone rings and put new ones on the new axles. No, actually, you can get them. Where did I get them from? Was it MMX or HHP? It might have been. It was either HHP, MMX. I think I got. You couldn't actually buy the tone rings, and I'm pretty sure, almost positive, you can get them from the dealership. All right, Jay's going back to shark bait. Yeah, Jay's gonna be running hot when he gets to the track. Yeah, I thought it was maybe it was I can't remember who, but I know. Yeah, the heavy shops, they all have them, or you can get them from your dealership. But yeah, if you switch axles, don't forget, because the new ones don't come with them. There you go, $30 HHP. They're super cheap comparative to not putting them on, ruining the axles. Get new axles and put the tone rings on the new ones. Yeah, Jay's gonna come out swinging, man. Once he gets that thing dialed in, I'm with you, Jay. I think you're a low 10 car all day long. There's that 876 run. Woo! We may even turn the shifts up. I may talk to Dave and see if we can't turn the shifts up a little bit this time. Yeah, track. Yeah, because I know the spline count is different between the Get Rag and the ZF diffs. It's definitely different. Eric, Dyno Day coming soon. It's a week away. So next week there will be no live. Maybe I'll try and do a live at the dyno. Matter of fact, I want to say that was a Wednesday too, if I'm not mistaken. But if we don't get sidetracked with little things again, which hopefully we shouldn't, because all of those little kinks have been worked out. We should be. They should be as simple as putting the injectors in, putting on the velocity stack, him dialing all that stuff in. Should be a couple hours at the dyno, and that should be it. Cross my fingers. But yeah, so next week will be the dyno day, and I will try and do a live at the dyno day at least for a little while. Now I don't know what time yet. I'll be there. I'll make a community post when I find out from Dave what time he wants me to be there next week. I'll put out a community post, and then we'll kind of go for there. It's just going to be kind of a pop-up live, so hopefully the notifications get out there. I'll give it a try and see what happens. And I'll obviously I'll be on my phone. Bruce, the reason you ask about the CAI because the TVS 2650 is looking real good. Yeah, man. You don't hear a lot of people using the Magnusons, but Magnuson's a pretty good supercharger too. Tim, Don, are you on a stock oil pump? I am no longer on a stock oil pump. I'm on a Hellcat. I'm on a stock Hellcat oil pump. So when I did the swap, I went to a Hellcat oil pump. Yes, sir. Trackback. Agree with you 100%. Jay's car is a beast. That's for sure. Bruce wants to drive Jay's car. Hey, get your vacation day. Come on down. You know what? I'll let you drive Shake and Bake too. Just give me a holler when you're coming down. We'll go for a rip. We'll go for a rip. Yeah. That's the truth, Jay. Yeah, he'll say 2:00. I'll be there about 2:30 quarter. Excuse me. Excuse me. Yeah, he'll say 2:30. I'll be there 2:45, 3:00, and probably be waiting at the door for 15-20 minutes. But it is what it is. Jay's going back to Eric. Bruce. Yeah, Bruce, we'll go for a rip. There you go, Bruce. Come up for the Modern Street Hemi Shootout in October. That'd be a good time. That'd be a good time to do it. So that's probably the next big event that I'm doing is the Modern Street Hemi Shootout in October. Next year, I may look into more competitive stuff. Vice just going to testing tunes all the time and just lining up whoever I line up against. Because this is going to be the setup for a while, for a long while. Just because, yeah, my credit card is screaming right now. It's begging for mercy. Yeah, track pack. I think the closest one it comes to you is in Michigan. They do one in Michigan. Maybe we'll try and line something up next year in Michigan. We can hook up. I think that'd be great. Yeah, no kidding, Tim. No kidding, buddy. We definitely need some class wins and some funding out of those classes. That's for sure. Oh yeah, we'd have a blast. We'd have a blast track pack. Yeah, I think maybe I'll start looking at doing some more competitive stuff. I mean, we may still do the Friday night Midnight Madness, get a little more serious uh, in the racing part of it by just using it as a test and tune like I usually do. The only reason I like that Friday night Midnight Madness is I know for a fact I'm getting at least 3 runs for $25. So you get you get at least 2 time runs. Unless you get there earlier and they start kind of early, you can get sometimes 3 or 4, or if there's not very many cars there, you can get 3 or 4 uh 3 or 4 timed runs in, and then you got at least one elimination. And if you win, hey, it's a bonus. You get another run. So that's why I like the Midnight Madness, because it's $15 cheaper, and you get a guaranteed 3 runs. Sometimes you go to MIR and you pay $40 and you get 40, 50, $60 and you get 1 run. Those are terrible days. So again, that's why I like that's why I like MIR Midnight Madness. Let's see. Eric, for you on the credit card thing. Oh no, don't pull me out the wallet anymore. Yeah, you run it up, you get the points, you use the points to pay the card, then you pay the card back down, and you make, yeah, it's just a vicious cycle. It is. Every track I've been to, everywhere I've went, and y'all know, a couple years ago I was running everywhere: Florida, Michigan, North Carolina, um, especially the modern street Hemi shootouts. Nothing but great people. Never had a negative situation in any of those tracks. Any of the it's just the drag strip track scene is one that's pretty good. Again, at least where I've been. Um, and folks are always there to help. If you break down and you need some help, you can just go to the guy next. Hey, you got blah, 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 blah. If he doesn't have it, he may know someone. He may or probably knows someone that does. Right. So it's a great little community at the track. That's for sure. 0% interest is a blessing and a curse. That's when you get that's when you get another credit card that's got a 0% balance transfer and 0% APR for 12, 18 months. And then once you get close to that end point, that 12 to 18 months, you get another 0% transfer. No, I didn't just say that, I'm telling you. But I will tell you, the best, the best ID theft deterrent: max out all your credit cards. Can't get blood from a stone. You can't get blood from a stone. All right, let me get back here. Looks like we're getting a few things here. Yeah, do as I say, don't do as I do. My son hates that saying. All right, Jay's talking to Shark Bay. Bruce is asking Jay about boost and nitrous. Jim, have I maxed out the D1X yet? Not yet. So I do have a smaller pulley that I'm willing to put on maybe this year. We'll see how it goes. My only concern about dropping the pulley size is that it's going to create, obviously it's going to create more heat. But I'm not sure how much I'm going to gain by dropping in pulley size. To spin it at, what is it, 62,000, something like that, or whatever it is. I can't remember off the top of my head what it is. But I'm not maxed out on the D1X yet. So, but ProCharger says it's good for 32 pounds a boost. So we've hit it with 19, almost 20 in a few runs. I'm sure we'll run into 20 when we get it on the dyno, because it's a little bit better weather now than it was when we did it in July, because it was, oh god, it was hot, or June. It was hot that night. I hear you, Timothy. So Jim, there's kind of the answer to the question. No, it's not maxed out yet, but I'm hesitant to put a smaller pulley on there. We may try it. Maybe we'll try it during the down season when things are down, and I'm not pressed for racing every week. And Dave's got some time. We can put it on the dyno and see what it does. Nope, he's on wastegate. Timothy, you sound my father-in-law. I got you, Timothy. Jay's working getting the boost controller set up. Jay, you're definitely hard on engines, man. That's for sure. Mike saying a single turbo will get the job done if sized correctly. Yeah, that's fair. Absolutely. Yeah, you get it, Eric. Max them out. Guess what? Hey, take my identity. You ain't getting anything, because there ain't. Hey, matter of fact, take my identity and pay for my credit cards. How about that? All right, Bruce, that's a long time to be on the roof, man, especially when it's hot out, man. Go get some well-deserved sleep, brother. We'll be here probably for a short live next week. Not sure what time. We'll be for a short live, but it's not going to be one like this one. Side note, next video is building the stopgap 5.7. All right, Jay, I'll be looking for it. Tell him, Mike. One said ProCharger can make it all, make your dreams come true. All right, Tim's going back to Bruce. Good night, Bruce. Jay's agreeing with Mike. Not a first, but sometimes we rarely agree that quickly. Sometimes it takes some convincing and we wind up agreeing, but usually in our chat we don't agree that fast. Come on, Jay, you got to come back with something first. You got to argue a little bit, and then it's like, okay, we'll come to a comfortable agreement. You know how our chat goes, Jay. Come on. David, man, been a fan since I first heard of you on RT Life. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Man, that was a while ago. That was even before I started videos. I was on RT Life's channel. 19 Chalet, just started my own journey now. Only thing I got right now is a 3-inch MBRP exhaust. What should I do next? Well, it depends on your budget and what your goal is. All right, here we here we go with this again. It all comes to budget and goal. What I would do if I had to do my stuff all over again, I'd get a cam spec'd out for the future, which would be probably a D1X or an F1A94. I may go straight for it, depending on the budget, right? I would get a cam spec'd out for whatever boost you're going to use or what you're going to do. I would get long tube headers and whatever supercharger you want to get, or supercharger or turbo. And then obviously the tune. Once you get the cam, I would do that as a package. Cam, long tube headers, and a tune. And then after that, go for the blower. Right, Mike. That's what I'm scared of. We did talk about this a little bit earlier. Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of. If I do the smaller pulley, I don't think I'm going to get much out of it, because I think it's going to be producing too much heat. Yeah, I'm with you, Jay. Because my Borla is only 2 3/4 inch. I'm wondering what a 3-inch is probably going to get you a deeper tone too. Which I kind of like the way my car sounds. It's kind of unique. I've had a lot of people tell me my car sounds unique. especially Mike. Mike's like, Don, I know when you go down the track. I don't even have to look. I can just hear you go down the track. Downtime. What's downtime? All right, Jay. You know what downtime is, buddy. All right, I lost what David's coming back. Surprise, sounds good. So deep, nice sound. That's what I figured. A 3-inch is going to get you a little bit deeper sound. But that's good to know. I've been thinking about doing a 3-inch exhaust. But again, the pocketbook's screaming, man. No more. I'm tapping. They're like my injectors, the 1050 injectors. They're tapping out, folks. Someone needs to do a 180-degree header. So I hear you, Timothy. Yeah, Trackback knows a little bit about downtime, just a little bit. Yeah, Jay, we'll be looking for your video. One said Pro Charger can break things. That's for sure. No doubt about it. So David, you got the race one that's straight pipe. Nice. How mellow it is when you're not on it. It doesn't have any drone to it. That's what I like about the Borla. The Borla ATAC's the same way. It's a straight through, but if you're not on it, it's fairly quiet. You know, it's still louder, obviously louder than stock, but it's fairly quiet compared to when you're on it. Because as soon as you get on it, that's when it gets loud. Yeah, Mike is a little different. He's got to step up for me. One of these days, I'll have an F1A94. That's the plan. Shaft driven or bust. I hear you, Timothy. Mike's maxing out the F1A94. Yup. I'm with you, Jay. You know me. I don't badmouth any of the different levels of boost. Be it a Pro Charger, Vortec, Torque Storm, Whipple, Magnuson. I don't I don't badmouth turbos. I don't badmouth any of them. They all have their purpose, and yeah, I mean, if you get it right, you get it right. Uh oh, Mike, you got that payment plan? We may have to talk anyway. Jay's asking David how much it was. Uh oh. Wide body Mike's thinking about turbos. We're all in trouble. Man, $600. Man, that's cheap for a catback. That's 3-inch catback. That's cheap. Mm-mm. 88 to 91 millimeter. That's Stark range. He's thinking about going and getting one of them toilet seat turbos, man. Mike, you got Jay's on cloud nine right now. Yeah, Mike's thinking about going turbo. Jay's going crazy. Uh-oh, this is the one I had to do on my phone. Let's skip this one. I think I did this one the other weekend. This is our first 9 again. All right. Tim, turbos win until the 5s. I got you, Jay. I got you. Yeah, you're going the wrong way. 3 to 2.5 inch. I got you, Tim. Yeah, you get going below 5. Yeah, you're in the big time race car then. All right, Jay's building some dumps. Yeah, 5, man, that's fast. That is true. Yeah, we do quarter-mile runs in this chat. So Timothy, keep it on the quarter-mile times. Six-inch hole in the hood. You'd be shooting flames like Stark, man. All right, Timothy's still talking about turbos. Dave's coming back talking about the his exhaust. Oh, talking about his build now. All right, that was my plan. Long tube headers, cam, tune, leaving it at that. Hey, nothing wrong with staying in A, man. Not that you won't break things, but you're a lot less likely to break things staying in A. Yeah, the Pro Chargers. Yeah, well, any supercharger or even turbos, it's going to be expensive. It just is what it is. Once you go boost, no matter which route you take, it's expensive. But yes, it is a lot of fun. So it's a lot of expensive smiles. That's what it is. Oh, I got you. He's talking fives in the quarter mile. All right, buddy. And all right, buddy. Thanks for chiming in, man. What's going on? Just doing the first oil change. It's go time. Go fast or die trying, or keep breaking shit until until you find something, the specific one that's not gonna break. David, if I did boost, I would go supercharger because my experienced turbos are finicky. There's so much stuff that can go wrong, and so on. Jay will probably disagree with you there. There is there my my experience from people I've talked to. There's always some kind of fabrication when it comes to turbos. Whether you buy a kit that's supposed to be bolt on, there's still some fabrication in there somewhere. But I mean, turbos are as reliable as everything else. They're actually the most efficient way to make boost is with turbos. But there's a lot more to them. Jay, now list it. and you know, as soon as you get back to the track with the car and it runs a number. I'm not even gonna say it. We'll see if he actually lists it. David, I told you Jay was gonna come in with that. Yeah, and that's anything, right? Anything's unreliable if you don't do it correctly. If you don't do it right. If you do it right, you'll have no problems with turbos. It's just there is fabrication involved. And Mike brings up great. There's pros and cons to everything. There really is pros and cons to everything. More efficient. Yep, I said that. The torque curve. Superchargers tend to be easier to install. That's what I was getting at. There's less fabrication with superchargers. And I said that earlier. They're all they're all expensive. It doesn't matter which way you go. And it's already breaking parts. Timothy, I think he does have the Durs brace. For some reason, his car has a tendency of breaking diffs. I don't know what it is about his car, but his car just for whatever reason is hard on diffs. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Fabrication versus basically bolt on. Even with some of the supercharger stuff, you got to do some modifications to the car, but they're much easier than the fabrication involved with turbos. You know, with turbos, you're talking about fabricating piping and routing and all of that. With some of the supercharger stuff, it's, you know, you're cutting some of the bumper out or whatever, you know, what have you. It's not that you make something, you're just cutting something to get it out of the way. And yes, Jay, you will never have belt slip with turbos, that's for sure. A full solid rear end, and it's still frigging lockouts, P4 Durs, AED suspension. I don't know what it is with your car, and it just does not like differentials for some reason. Because you busted what, like three or four diffs? You break diffs like Jay breaks engines. Did that was my inside voice coming out, man. I didn't mean to say that. I'm sorry, Jay. Wide body. Let Holly take control. Yes, sir. that's that's true, Jay. You're right, man. You're right. You get him in the chat, he's kind of grouchy, but you get him in the car, he's fine. Spider gear lockers, Achilles heel, Dodge differentials. But I, I've never had a problem with any. Well, of course, you've been at a higher horsepower than me for a long time, but yeah, I don't know what it is. Your car just breaks diffs, man. Yeah, you got it, Timothy. Hellcat power. And then you get grouchy because something breaks. Wish I had V6 power. Well, it would be thicker. No doubt about it. Yeah, I like to see how that wave track goes, Ant. Definitely want to see how that works out in your car. Instant torque will do that to diffs. You're right, Ant. He does. He knows he does. We all know he does, and we all know you love your car too. Let's come on. Let's be real for once in the chat. That's a good point, Tim. Rolling into the power does save money and time and parts. That's what I thought. Three or four. That's what I'm saying, Timothy. There's just something about his car that just breaks diffs. It keeps breaking them. Twin 88s under Helby. Ooh-wee. Watch out. I figured you'd eventually say something. Quote of the year. Yes, sir. I was thinking about going 309 LSD gear. I have an auto and don't want to wheel. I've been hearing from people with the 8-speed, it'll hurt. Absolutely. The 390s is way, way, way out there. Proven 309. It is for our 8-speed cars, and I'm yes, I think you said it was like a 2019. For our cars, the 309 has been proven over and over again. The 309 is where it's at for the 8 speeds. The truth I said is free. I know, Jay. I know you just take it in jest, and I appreciate it. We all have fun poking at each other. We all poke each other. Yeah, Mike. Yeah. David, don't do the 390, man. You'll regret it 100%. I did the 373s. I think it was a 373, 370s to 373. The one that's in the I think it's the manual Hellcats. I mean, it was okay, but first gear becomes, even with the 373, the first gear becomes almost unusable. And then, you know what I mean, as starting in second gear, then there's a whole tuning thing to make all that work. Yeah. Just trust me, David, 309 will do you right. Jay's got a Paramount diff in his. Why? 4 link and a 9 inch, 100%. Stray car life equals brake stuff, 100%. When you're racing and you're at this power level, you're 100% going to break stuff. Let's see where we at. We got about what? We're down to 7 minutes. Man, this hour went fast. Yeah, good point. That's what I'm saying, Ant. The Nag 1 is different with the get rag and stuff. Yeah, you can go a little taller gear, but for the 8 speeds, I wouldn't go. The 309's proven. No, 370 is not the best. That's not what that. Hopefully, that's not what I conveyed. That's not what I was trying to convey. Even with the 370s, first gear is basically unusable. Just because that's such a the gearing is so low that first gear is useless. That's why we're all saying go with the 309 with the 309. You're gonna 100% love the 309. I promise you. Hemi fever billet rear, man. That's steep. Isn't that's like 6-7 bones, isn't it? That billet rear is expensive. Yeah, Mike, I think that's what Ant was alluding to up above. If you got the Nag 1, the 390s are fine because you got the 5-speed. Totally different gearing in the 5-speed than it is in the 8-speed. But 8-speed, 309, 100%. And we may have to talk. I wouldn't mind having a spare. Timothy's counting pedals. Mike, you know it, buddy. One pedal, 2 pedals to the floor, raise one, and off you go. No reason to worry about all that heel, toe, flipping, flapping, frickin' fracking, all that craziness. 1 foot on the brake, 1 foot on the gas. Lift the brake and let her rip. All right. All right, talking about the billet stuff, spider gears and clutches. I got you, Ant. All right, trying to get through this chat. Yeah, I get it. First gear is short, but the car is gonna love the 309 much better. I promise you. I promise you. Like I said, I did the 370 and it just didn't feel right. To me, it didn't feel right. When I put the 309 back in, life was happy. Yeah, like I said, Ant, I wanna follow you in the wave track, see how that goes. Yeah, and like I said, I want to know how the wave track does. 8.8 or 9 inch. Second gear launch is required when power goes up. Let's go turbo 400. All right, night, Eric. Have a good one. Got rid of the Nag 1 project Sunday. One is enough. I got you. All right. Yeah. Thanks, Ant. Appreciate it. I think it's sixth is 1-to-1 if I'm not mistaken. I don't know about pocket change. There ain't much change in my pockets anymore. That's for sure. Yep, David. Don't waste $400, $500, $600 on some of those cold air intakes. The Hellcat lower box, the stock upper box, and the Hellcat lower box is going to do you 100% fine. I wasted a lot. I bought two or three different cold air intakes, and went back to the stock Dodge cold air intake with the Hellcat box, and it was better than all of them. So just get yourself the stock top, get it from either get the full Hellcat box or get the top from an SRT or an old 5.7 or something. Use that closed top and the lower Hellcat box, and you'll be fine. All right, 10 o'clock. Let me see if I can get through here. Does anybody care about the TR6060 besides you? I think you're the only one. And Stark. You and Stark. Mike. Yeah. Winners Rock Autos. Yeah, buddy. Oh yeah, the chat just went downhill. Mac showed up. We're all in trouble. He showed up just as I'm trying to wind down. All right, Mac. You know I'm going to be seeing you next week, buddy. I'll be down there in Fredericksburg, hooking it up, having Dave do his thing. We'll see if we can't get a little testing on a few things done while I'm down there too. But skimming through the comments, it looks like we're just kind of going back and forth here. But everybody, hey, I appreciate y'all jumping in. Mac, good to see you again, buddy. Good to hear from you again. We haven't chatted in a while, man. You ain't hit me up. You ain't hit me up on the phone or anything. But I appreciate everyone coming into the chat. You know, we always have a good time through the week. You guys once again kept me talking for just over an hour. I definitely appreciate it, and I appreciate y'all support. And that's kind of why I keep doing this stuff. You're gonna take that day off. Hey, we may have to go find somewhere to eat while Dave's doing his tuning. And we got to go. And I told everyone we're going to go live, so we got to talk some smack back and forth, keep the live going. But everybody, again, thanks for chiming in. I appreciate it. All the guys from the IG chat, Ant, Mike, Jay, Mac. I know you're not in the chat, but I appreciate you showing up too. But had another great time this week. It'll be a short one next week because I got to kind of video and try and do a live at the same time. We'll see how it goes. But that'll be the next. That'll probably be the next video in case, unless I do something crazy. But that'll be the next video sometime next week. Probably Thursday next week. I'll have that dyno video out. But that's it for this one, folks. Y'all have a great night. Drive safe, be safe, and we out. We'll talk to you later. Adios.